Hello friends, welcome to Basic Chemistry. I am Dr. Aniket Paunoji, and in this series of lectures we will study bonding in coordination compounds. In a metal complex, the metal is at the center and it is surrounded by ligands. Many theories have been put forward to explain the nature of bond between the central metal atom and surrounding field ligands. The first is valence bond theory, second is crystal field theory, third is molecular orbital theory, and fourth is ligand field theory. In this series of lectures, we will study crystal field theory and molecular orbital theory. We will start with crystal field theory. Before we understand this theory, we need to understand the shapes of d orbitals. There are total 5 d orbitals: dxy, dyz, dxz, dx square dash y square and dz square. Why there are total 5 d orbitals? If you have a question like this, click on the above link and watch my earlier video, Why to Study Quantum Numbers. Well, among these 5 d orbitals, there are actually two types. The first type is where the lobes of the orbitals are in between the axes, such as dxy, dyz, dxz. Here the meaning of dxy is the lobes of the d orbitals are between x and y axis. Similarly, there is dyz and dxz. These are called as triply degenerate orbitals or T2G. T stands for triple degeneracy. These are the Mulliken symbols where subscript 2 indicates antisymmetric with respect to a vertical mirror plane perpendicular to the principal axis, and G stands for Girard orbitals. The second type is where the orbitals are along the axis, such as dx square dash y square, where the lobes of the d orbitals are along x and y axis. The second is dz square, where both the lobes are along z axis. This set is called as doubly degenerate or EG set. E stands for double degeneracy. Here degenerate means they have same energy level. In all, we can understand from the shapes of the d orbitals that there are two types. One is triply degenerate where the lobes of the orbitals are between the axes, and the second is where the lobes of the orbitals are along the axis. Let's move to the crystal field theory. Valence bond theory says that the bond between the metal and the ligand is covalent, whereas crystal field theory completely focuses on electrostatic or ionic bonding between the central metal atom and the surrounding field ligands. In a metal complex, the central metal atom is considered as positive ion, and the surrounding field ligands, if these ligands are ions like F minus, Cl minus, then these are called as point charges. And if the central metal atom is surrounded by the molecules like NH3, H2O, these are called as point dipoles. Crystal field theory deals with the interaction of the d orbitals of the central metal with the surrounding ligands that produces crystal field effects. Let's understand what is crystal field splitting. If there is an isolated metal atom where there is no interaction with the ligands, the 5 d orbitals are degenerate. That means they have same energy level. But if these metal ions is symmetrically surrounded by the ligands, their energy is increased but they remain degenerate. Well, this is an hypothetical situation. In general, the metal atom is surrounded by either 6 ligands or 4 ligands. If it is surrounded by 6 ligands, in which there are 4 ligands along the square, 1 ligand up and 1 ligand down, it is called as octahedral ligand field. Now in this situation, the ligands are along the axis. Hence the orbitals which are along the axis, they face more repulsion. This repulsion is between negatively charged electrons in these d orbitals and surrounding field ligands which are also negative in charge. In this situation, these orbitals which are directly facing the ligands face more repulsion and their energy is increased by plus 6 dq. These are dx square dash y square and dz square. Together they are called as EG set of orbitals. In the second case, where the orbitals are between the axes, that is T2G set of orbitals, the lobes of the orbitals or the electrons in these d orbitals are not really directly facing the ligands. There is less repulsion between the electrons in these orbitals and surrounding negatively charged ligand field. Their energy is decreased by -4 dq. These are called as T2g set of orbitals. The total energy difference between the T2g and Eg is 10 dq. dq is the parameter and it is arbitrarily taken as 10 dq. Delta means difference and O stands for octahedral. This is called as crystal field splitting in octahedral complexes. In the next video, we will learn how the electrons are filled in these d orbitals and what are the rules that we have to follow and how to calculate crystal field stabilization energy. If you like my video, click on like, do share and subscribe my channel. Press the bell icon to get the notification about my new videos. If you want to say something, mention it in the comment box and keep watching Basic Chemistry. Thank you.